Today, we're going to cover transactions. We'll show you how to create transactions, how to add contacts and notes to those transactions, and finally, how to share transactions with your real estate team, transaction coordinator, admin, or any other REALToDo user. If you're finding us for the first time, REALToDo is a CRM and transaction management tool for real estate teams and boutique brokerages. Increase referrals, decrease missed sales, and promote strong teamwork with REALToDo. Sign up by visiting app.realtodo.com. As always, you can see our mobile app displayed on the left and our web app displayed on the right. If you want to get the mobile app, take a look at our frequently asked questions section. We also have another video guide on how to get the REALToDo app. Let's go ahead and log in with a Google account. When we log in, we're automatically routed to the dashboard. Let's navigate to the Transactions module and get started. Click on the Tools menu to create a transaction. The account that the transaction is created by is the default admin for the transaction. We can see that no notes or reminders have been added to this transaction yet. Let's change that. We start by adding a contact to the transaction. When we add this contact, we can choose to also add that contact's full history and reminders. Once the contact is added, any member on the transaction can view that contact's information. Any contact from your contact database can be added to a transaction. If we navigate to our contacts, you can see that Brad Lee is a part of our contact database. All of Brad's existing reminders and notes can now be seen in the 50 Elm Street transaction. Let's also add a new note for Brad. And we can also add a new reminder for Brad as well. We've actually got one overdue reminder, so let's go ahead and complete that. Once we mark the task as completed, you can see that the status of our transaction changes from overdue tasks to uncompleted tasks. Now that we have our transaction and we've added a few notes and reminders, let's share that transaction with another REALToDo user. When adding members to a transaction, you add them based on the email they used to sign up for REALToDo. The member name can be whatever you like, Clark Kent, for example. In this case, we're just going to make the member name the same as the email used to sign up for REALToDo. Now we can see that a new member has been added to the transaction. On our mobile app, let's log in using the REALToDo@UbiquiTools.com email address that we just shared the transaction with. You can now see the 50 Elm Street transaction within the transactions for REALToDo@UbiquiTools.com. All of the transaction information, reminders, and notes are visible to the account that we shared to earlier. If we tap on the uncompleted task in our 50 Elm Street transaction, you can see that we have the option to mark it as completed. all members of a transaction can complete tasks. Once the task is marked as completed, we can go back to our REALToDo test account on the right and sync our data. Now the administrator can see that the task has been completed. We can also do the reverse. All members of a transaction can also add contacts from their database into the transaction. If we add Jim Bob from the REALToDo at UbiquiTools.com accounts database, we can see that the reminders and notes for the contact have now been added to the 50 Elm Street transaction. And since we're logged in as the administrator for the 50 Elm Street transaction, we can remove Jim Bob from the transaction if needed. This will also remove all notes and reminders associated with the removed contact. Since we're the admin for the transaction, we can also remove any member from the transaction at any time. This will revoke all access that they have to the transaction. As you can see on the left, our REALToDo at UbiquiTools.com account no longer has access to the 50 Elm Street transaction. But let's go back for a second and take a look at the difference between members and administrators. REALToDo transactions can be a great tool for team leaders or brokers who want to share purchased leads without oversharing or sacrificing control of contacts. Notice that REALToDo at UbiquiTools.com was added to the 50 Elm Street transaction as a member. Members have restricted access, which means they can't do some of the things that admins can. For example, they can't add members to the transaction, and they can only remove their own contacts from the transaction. Neither members nor administrators have the ability to delete or modify another user's contact database. So transactions are a safe way to temporarily share limited access to your REALToDo account while still maintaining 100% control of your contact database. To learn more, take a look at our help section. Thanks for watching until the end. If you're a real estate professional looking for a way to get more referrals, decrease missed sales, and promote strong teamwork, sign up for REALToDo today. Sign up at app.realtodo.com.